আমি আজকে কথা বলবো অন্টারিও লিবারেল পার্টির এমপিপি লি ফেয়ারক্লগ। তিনি ইটোবিকো এবং লেকশোর এলাকা থেকে দীর্ঘদিন ধরে তিনি কথা বলছেন অন্টারিও প্রভিন্সিয়াল পার্লামেন্টে অন্টারিও হেলথ কেয়ার নিয়ে তিনি কথা বলছেন। এবং আমরা জানি যে অন্টারিও লিবারেল পার্টির লিডারশিপ রেস সামনে আসছে। তিনি লি ফেয়ারক্লগ, তিনি অন্টারিও লিবারেল পার্টির লিডারশিপ রেসে একজন ক্যান্ডিডেট হিসাবে নিজেকে অ্যানাউন্স করেছেন। So she wants to be the leader of the Ontario Liberal Party, and if she win, then she will try to fight. She will fight to bring Liberal Party to the power back. So, thank you so much, Lee, for allowing me to ask you some question and to just to know your ideas about Ontario politics, Liberal Party, and different things. I have just a few questions. One thing is, we know Ontario Liberal Party is struggling to bring the party back to the power, but it is failing over and over. So what do you think, why Liberal Party is not able to go back to the power?
Well, I think it's a matter of what do we need to do so that we can. And, I think it's really critical that we are able to provide a vision for the people of Ontario for what their government should be delivering for them. And as somebody who was previously the president of a hospital, I resigned from that position to run in this election. I did that because I care so much about healthcare, education, jobs, costs of housing, all the things that provincial governments are really responsible for. And so I think we need to be able to give a very compelling vision for the people of Ontario. I think as Ontario Liberals, it's an important time for us. It's an important time for us to rebuild, to get more people involved. It's so wonderful to see so many people here tonight, actually, that are ready to be involved. That's going to be what it takes for us to build back as Liberals as well.
Okay, so what is your plan if you become the leader of Ontario Liberal Party? Why do you think that you will be able to bring back the party to the power?
Well, I think it's really important at this juncture that we have a leader that has a seat in the legislature. So I will start with that. I was recently elected in February, and I would be able to start this job day one. The second thing is, I think that we need to be focusing on issues that cut across Ontario. I grew up in a small town up in Southampton on Lake Huron. I've lived here in this riding growing up, and now I represent Etobicoke Lakeshore. I understand rural and northern. I understand the issues in cities, and we need to be thinking about all of those issues as we're trying to build back and make sure that we can win. The other thing is, as somebody with 18 years of executive leadership experience, I feel that I can also help to lead and manage the pragmatic aspects of what we need. And lastly, as somebody who played rugby for the Canadian women's rugby team and was an athlete all my life, I know what it takes to do real teamwork, and I know what it takes to work hard. And all of these things, in addition to my depth of knowledge on issues like healthcare and public finances, I think set me up well to provide the kind of leadership that we need right now.
And when you say that you have in-depth knowledge about healthcare, and we know that you work as healthcare critic from Ontario Liberal Party, and if we look at Ontario healthcare, people are struggling to get their regular healthcare access, no family physician, long waiting time, even in the walking clinic, there are long queue. So what you think, what is the problem, why this situation happened, and what you want to do if you become the leader of Ontario Liberal Party?
Well, I think the first thing is that we know right now that we are in a moment where the population has grown and it's a bit older. And we need to be sure that our healthcare services are keeping pace with that. This government has chosen not to invest in the ways that they needed to be able to do that, even though it is one of the primary responsibilities of a provincial government. The second thing is there is lots of room for innovation in our publicly funded healthcare system. The current government seems to believe that privatizing and paying 3 times more for the same service with your taxpayer dollars is the answer. And I don't believe that for a second. I believe there's so much more that we could be doing to make sure that people can get access to the care they need. Whether that's getting access to a family doctor, but also getting access to things like mental health services, especially for youth, that we know that there's a growing need. So it's a short answer to a very complex problem, but I fully believe that you would have a government that wakes up every day to ensure that health system is successful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.